Nsiabo adeshimamba ya mo bibia ajo ewa makwaba de moba Nsroma Kaseɛbɔ Nsroma Kaseɛbɔ Cyrus TV ensam ne dos papa ye ne nda kwakoye obenimbo so me da etoso edunu enan ewo mfimpinum ni echire edunu enum emu ende so eye ejuada na sane ensam na bobo ede aba no ne ebedi ye ensam ni mu akotere no ebie nyina ye nim se na wacha baba senkwa na ye efiada eja branta ni bito eye edum kuma seja kese no emu eno nam so manyoma bebrenu a na ahye jedifo no amfa eye bribia ewo emu eno no nam so mampenifo ahodo bebrenu a akakokasa intiri ho ahye so asori ewo ho yedini na baba somo ewo ye kase no eso yabekọ mrashebedwa efie den na ekoso ewo ho ni nyina no eye debate budget ne ho debate a ekoso ewo ho no ebi akasa ede afa li no eho sa so na Ghana mampeni akakasa ewo dwumadie ase a ode atu eja se wo hye na uwo na memuo no emu oye minister ana ye soafo na wodo ho be for megudie ho de a na kyerese untumi embedi nechi eni ntini ida se wo be fa baako ana be fa myenu ni nyina no na wefi na memuo no emu ye ni ensam ahodro na eka ho na se mufo bomode aso no so ede ama me ba bekenkan ede ama eye Apam Global Church asafo no eno na ama ende we hu kase yi eni nti se na de bia ye bube no ye ka no enamdua so ena homa edi ho no soro eni nti no dwumadie ekoso eye ya wade bia ye mpaibo eni nti bo modern se eni de ma wode beka dwumadie no dada setena eho se ne acho ne kan se ye mpai da ye mbre no eho behia se ye bedi mpaibo ne abo mpaibo se ne ye beboa me ye dada setena na muntuo eni abrabo na ye bo no etumi akoso yie ede amaye ne sa yonti ena eye asafo ne mfuruma ehye so chem rescue point ana so chem rescue junction eye dwumadie na mpaibo no sha 7 anapa se na de bia etena se ye kan wa mantam a onya baby entena na watch so eye 29th March na chese communion service no etuetia live and it baby bia wo bia na wasan so ahye so ede amaye ahoma betumi dia frempenimfo eye 0249 669-993 and 0540-378-282 0540-378-282 na nimpenifo achiche enkomo obetumi akaye ho abel fontentan kese no eso ehyemenim krata ye Facebook no Apam TV Ghana yesrew enide ma like comment na sanso share for my me amaje kunwa mba bekenkan kase no ede ama midin ameje so ene nana ama Fordjour eni de mayenda na ye ho kombra na ye ba ensem no medomu esuko ede amamu Okaya ho afa Jibrani Mora ensem no ankasa enkyeremu ofuase ayirebiri mrashebedwani ani owrakwadwo opon enkroma opedi no akopie mu ewo mrashebedwafie ni nyina no eye debate no na ye nyina ye nim se eye busumi mu ena oman fotosamfo Dr. Kesel atobanfo senkokenkan oman no ebobre ana oman na komresika no odikotu eja eno no nam so ama eye mpenimfo mrashebedwafie eyi inda ediesiwa wonu ebobo eye budget no eho na eno no penini gina simpie so no ode atu eja o kyeremu se she eye NDC wono manifesto a wode betu eja no na wo she budget a wo san be kenkan ya ene ni mbo ebra kra
coherent with your manifesto. I have a copy of your manifesto here, Resetting Ghana NDC Manifesto 2024. I have your economic policy here. Your economic policy is not coherent with your manifesto. I always say that agro beswa, efranopa, to wait if the evening festivities will be exciting. the morning preparation will show. This morning preparation you've brought us shows us that the evening festivities will be nothing to write home about. You told us between pages 3 and 22 of your manifesto that your economic program, Honorable Deputy Minister, let me have your attention. You told us that your economic program will be built on 3 foundational pillars: the economic transformation agenda, the economic recovery program, and the 24-hour economy. Right at the dispatch box, your boss, the finance minister, has admitted that the 24-hour economy part of it, they are not ready to even lay it before this house. Sunday, you brought in Mr. Gusitando to do an informal presentation, and he himself admitted that he has some further work to do, and then he will bring it here. You have brought us an economic policy. The economic recovery program, that's the foundation. The economic transformation agenda, that's the foundation. The 24-hour economy, that's the foundation. You have not finished preparing it. Who built the first floor when they haven't built the foundation? Which contractor built the first floor when they haven't built the foundation? And let me show you the effect. That is why when we go into your economic policy, there's no coherence with your manifesto. You made 273 economic promises in your manifesto, 273 of them. If we prorate your 4-year period, each
Free ora kojo upon enkoma ensem na oditu ejana fe emfa yeni enchemu ewoswafo no etunka ede ema omaimu ni nyina no na chose Minister of Government Communication ani Ora Felix Ofosukwache opedi no sukopie mu ewo mrahye fie na ne nsema ode atu eje nyina ene se budget a omanfo to sanfo ede betu eja no New Patriotic Party NPP amanyoko no wono mfa kwan ahodro bia so se obetu mfuturo edi egutimamufuo eni nanso no kre no ene oman no senia yensikasam no yetebia no etiedo eno a enopani no edi tu eja ensem a Ora Felix Ofosukwache edi tu eja eni.
This management of the economy in the 8 years that they were in power, they have begun to wage a campaign of disinformation with a view to demonizing this budget. Mr. Speaker, many speakers on their side have made claims that are untrue about allocations in this budget made to the Office of the President and Office of Government Machinery. Mr. Speaker, I happen to speak for that office, and therefore I am in a position to correct all the distortions and misinformation that they put out. Mr. Speaker, 3 claims have been made. They have said that 2.7 billion Ghana cedis has been allocated to the Office of the President, and that this is far more than what was allocated to the same office in 2024. Because of that, there is some wrongdoing. They have also claimed that 78 million Ghana cedis has been allocated to my office. And finally, they have also claimed that 50 million Ghana cedis has been allocated to the Office of the President for research. Mr. Speaker, none of these claims are true, and I will provide evidence. When we speak about the Office of the President, it is made up of 6 units. It is made up of the General Administration, the Office of the Chief of Staff, the Vice President Secretariat, Cabinet Secretariat, Press Secretariat, Policy Coordination and Delivery Units.
Mu ewo mrahyebeja efie ni nyina no eye budget debate a ekoso ewo ho we enam so ama eye mrahyebejaфо no wono ekire wono adwen yie pa ewo sa ensam no eho eno no enam so ama Owura John Abugina Paul ono so ejina simpie so ewo mrahyebeja fie okasa ye edefa electric eye vehicles no eho ye nyina ye nim se ehyen bi eba oman no emu eye ade a wono echarge eni ntino wo charge se ebia na pa na chese be don shid mienu ana 2 days bi na ede wokọ na eboama uye ejuma eno ena opani no ede atu ejo se enam sa budget yampedifo de aba betu eja no aban no ebie ninsem chense obetumi age eye electric vehicles si ade atum na etumi aye ejuma ewo oman no emu.
whether we like it or not, we are going to see a lot of electric vehicles in this country because we depend on so much second-hand cars. But our European counterparts, our American counterparts, they are moving towards EV vehicles. And so we want to be ahead of the curve. And so, Mr. Speaker, what we are going to do is to convert most of our filling stations and take some space and put in place charging stations. And today, with technology, in just 5 minutes to 10 minutes, you can charge your car and continue to move. We are also going to deploy, you don't know, BYD, the Chinese company, has come up with a new technology. That new technology, in 5 minutes, your car is fully charged. I am the Minister of Energy and Green Transition. And so when I speak on authority. I'm not a businessman. I'm the minister. So please listen to me. Mr. Speaker, we are also going to deploy solar street lights. What we want to do is to take most of the street lights off the grid. When we succeed in doing that, it deals with our peak demand, because the peak demand is always in the night. It also deals with capacity charge, and for me, that will really, really help us as far as this country's energy drive is concerned. We are working with the Ministry of Energy to put a lot of institutions in the education sector, such as schools, on solar panels. Most of these schools, what they require is lighting and maybe fan. So if we can do a lot of the rooftops, what it means is that we'll be taking them off the grid and we'll reduce the burden. Mr. Speaker, in conclusion, what I can say is that this economy is back in the safe hands.
Hamza and so Ejina Mrashibe de Fie Edinsem Etu Eja Ninano Efa Ghana Mampini His Excellency Ora John Dramani Mahama JDM Ehon Openinu Etremwa Ghana Mampini Mbaye Tosumi Nuidi Sebe Eyade Abua Papa Peye Oba Befa Omaino Edi Akobosha Asaseno Eso Omaino Okwakwa Yiye Edi Efiri Mpochire Ni Ahuchire Emu Eni nti senya wabe die Oba Beboa pa Anane Mbaye Tosumi Enu Yade Aba ana waba Odeba Beboa ama nneoma ni titiri sika nsema atoto apeno ni nyinaa akika esi eni.
Now, if you look at the trees that have been planted under the Green Ghana project, it is difficult to tell the survival rate. You don't know how many of the trees have survived. Mr. Speaker, the NDC is coming with a comprehensive package that will deal with the afforestation matter. Because of lack of time, let me conclude, Mr. Speaker. In conclusion, Mr. Speaker, in fact, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is coming. It's a second independence for Ghana. This is because you can now see and read from people's faces that they are now free and happy. You can see that teachers are now free. You can see that headmasters are now free.
Sanya Penny Ejaria na enso asa ewo fiedo eno no namso ama Ora Patrick Boama ediatu eja wo mrashibe de fie wo bra wo bobo eye legislature instrument meche LI 2462 no ewo mrashibe ja efi ochire mu se NPP amanyokuo a wono ye dom kuma ewo mrashibe ja efie no kamia yese wo pese wotena Ghana mampani etumi a otumi ede geniema etum ewo eye mrashibe fie ana wudumedie bia ode beba no wo kire mu se Ghana mampani akasa ede afa ye forest reserves awodro no ehun nanso no nensema ode tu eja ene se oma obia enkonko tufu megudie mfambra kwan eso ewo nsase a oman nsase a aka no emu na kamia se NPP afa ewo mrahyebeja efie no wono pese wo gesa tumi no ede free Ghana mampani ensem eno na Ora Patrick Boama akiremu sei ewo mrahyebeja efie.
This side of the house is not opposed to the revocation of this instrument. It's a consensus report that will be presented to the House. So I want that to be on record. That is why I needed him to give some explanatory statement to this. Because by the new rules under 93, the sub-rule 4, if an instrument is made, gone are the days where a minister will just come knowing nothing about an instrument and will bow. So it's a warning to ministers of state that will be invoking those rules.
Nasa and some opinion no edit to Ejania Nsroma Kaseɛbɔ no so abatia.
So pese oni papa ni ajima eshia ubetumi abeshia no ewo apam fie so tiom rescue point junction yawada anopa bia wabra abo anopa no nso nyame enam ne so ede ni ye adwuma ebo mpaya emu odin ede gi nyame ma efi embonsam empuchiri mu afei so kwasiada bia anopa nso yeshia ewo apam fie na kwasiada no eye 2 service first service no ehya ase anopa 7 na afei so second service no so ahya ase 9:30 am na se oba ebeshia nyame akwa nyame enam no so ema wo enkyerɛkyerɛ a ɛsesa abrabɔ ene hyebre na afei enam nyame ahoɔden ene ne tumi so ama wate nkwagyasɛm a ɛbɛsesa wo abrabɔ ɛno nti yɛ hwɛ w'anim si yɛ ne obɛhyia yawada ene kwasiada
Asesa woka ye Nsroma Kaseɛbɔ so ba tiawa yentra ensam no eso efa maudia na ye kɔ enkane so afo na ɔhye enkoda ani mpenimfoɔ eso ensam na to say former minister for gender, children and social protection ma Miss Sarah Adwoa Safo ɔno asanso mrahwebedwani ana enkane mrahwebedwani de ma abato empesoa bi eso na ma me no de nsam atu eja yen na enim se na wɔtwa babesin ekodo ayade mami ejina bontin ye pan de nsam ahodo bebreno a edi etu eja ni nyina no school feeding project no eho okire mu se wobra na owo abemu ana MPP for wa abemu no na ono ena Ghana inkane mampeni na adanko ekufu ado osemo no ano hye ne se onko na onko hye niema ekoso ewo school feeding project no emu nanso okoye na nioma bi enkokɔ okosu yie kura eno no enam so ama Miss Sarah Adwoa Safo edi atu eja ochiremu se Ghana mampeni His Excellency Ora John Dramani Mahama eni ku saa kwanya timemufo de amane no eho a se ondi omaso a obesere ne yie papa se onfa nioma entotototo na so yesa ne ebeboa ama school feeding project no etumi afa nenti mapa no efura onka se onyi mfiri ho na emom nsakraye bi ebetubi akoso yesa nse MPP aban a enkane owura na adanko ekufu aduna na edi wono enimu no ade wono toto nioma se basa ewo ho edi nti se opese nioma etumi konkan na school feeding project no etumi konanim se ne ese efata ebehia se obeye nsakraye ewom amamodia yeyina yenim se NDC aban ne awope ede se obema njima etumi aba oman no emusane timemufuo ebetumi enya ejima ni bi aye na ada ne den na wonsa etumi akowono ano eno no enam so ama aban ati abedekuo mienu na kyese wo ba behye ede nyoma tutututu yie se ne ebeboa masa initiative we ebetumi abem
providing the necessary support in terms of training, financing, skills development, and professional opportunities for young entrepreneurs to realize their dreams and visions. And we emphasize on professional opportunities because we need to support our young people grow and develop. Foster sustainable entrepreneurship and also encourage a lot of mentorship for our young businesses. They should also factor businesses that has the potential to run under the 24-hour economic policy. I urge the committee to work diligently towards our targeted deadlines, submitting initial proposals and final plans to operationalize the program. The technical committee of the Jumera program is to submit a detailed report on the policy within 2 weeks beginning this day of inauguration. I believe that with a coordinated effort, we should be able to launch the Jumera program nationally by the 23rd of April 2025. And I also want to humbly suggest to the committee that because we are calling it a Jumera, in case of launching it, we should be looking at Kumasi in the Ashanti region so that we can launch it from there.
We engage youth out of school, we engage youth in school, both in person, virtually, online, etc. So we are going to engage as many people as possible. We'll also be using most of your mediums as media houses to also reach as many people for them to bring in their inputs, their suggestions, and also their technical know-how as far as the industry is concerned. So it's a committee that will try as much as possible to engage almost every Ghanaian to help us shape the document.
Company His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Eddie thank you to Ashishe so na odikopiebu ewotamale na okoye do na to say jabo kese pa akoso ewotamale Jubilee Park na eho na ogina simpie so odi nsembi atu eja ni nyina ene se anesefo ne achechefo ende wono atedende ni nyina ene se anesefo no eje eye alawa no na to say allowance no na eye teachers trainees so eje won edie na boasa dia na se Ghana mampeni se oye no kwan sonko so sane no ebeboa ama neoma etubi akoso fine eni tido imprempren wode won sika no analawa no ebefa controller and accountant general department sane no ebeboa ama sane akwensidia hodo bebre no ye bibebe mu no ebetumi eyi edi efiri ho eni nti wei eyensem da Ghana mampeni ede ama anesefo ni achechefo.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's good news for nursing and teacher trainees. Nursing and teacher trainees allowances are to be paid directly by the Controller and Accountant General. This has been made a part of the compensations item in the budget. This will permanently eliminate the delay in trainees receiving their allowances. This means that anytime public sector workers receive their monthly salaries, teacher and nurse
So ejiremu ewa His Excellency John Dramani Mahama na opedino asanso akasa ni nyina ye nimse eyade ndua ba bekoso se ne beboa ama eye yekia ahodro no emu anaye kwaye ahodro na sabe enkofofo kuntunase na wotufo megudia emfam bra kwan eso no opedino beduedue ndua one timemufu na beka bom na ye ne yetumi eduedue ndua na ama ye ndoba ye mfudie ene nioma ahodro no etumi enya hoden na ejina esan say Ghana mampeni echiremu a ukọ eye aman no nsase aya no ejeja ya for megudiefo na afokuntuna ase abo ahye ho a wono access niema ewo ho eni nti ohu ne say nduendue eba beduedua ewo eye asoya ahodro no ebeboa ama dwumedie bi a wo didu etumi afanente mapa no efra.
Proud to launch the Tree for Life Reforestation Initiative, an initiative and a key pillar of my administration. It's designed to restore degraded lands and forest reserves. It's designed to conserve our remaining natural forests. It's designed to promote sustainable livelihoods through reforestation and also to enhance climate resilience and mitigate climate change. Unlike previous tree planting campaigns focused solely on numbers, Tree for Life is about sustainability. It's not just about calling people out to plant trees, but it's about ensuring that the trees grow, they thrive, and provide long-term benefits for our communities. I've directed that no government appointee at any level should engage in any form of legal or illegal mining. If you want to be a miner, leave government and go and be a miner. You can't be in government and be a miner at the same time. And I will
ma echatwa okaye ene senator se wo ya manyoni ana wo kana memuo no eho wafaw wapaw se o ba be yesoafo ana dwumedie bi ne yede ahye wo nsa ontumi nkonkoye fo megudie nkotu fo megudie wo bra wo sanso wo na memuo to eno ene nsem aga na mampeni ede tu eja na tememufo no ebo osi ye tra ensem no so ede amamodia na oswafo a ono no ehye eye interior eso na chesa ma no ne ho nsem eso eni owura Muntaka Mubarak opedido edensem atu eja okire mu se na nsen no obenya antia ne se na nkofo bi akonkofo krom ana efiefie ni nyina ene se wo kwa akoseche eni ntinu na wochi ababesen ekodo eyade ebi esiye ni nyina no eye nkane oman photosanfo Dr. Addison wobowura ne fie ekoye search ne cameras awodro ni nyina no yesese no inchechemu efiri sansem ni mu eba ene se enam se na openi ni yo oman photosanfo eye alleged yensi supi eninti no na or the cameras awodro abobo ne fie wo no de bibia so abobo eye oman photosanfo no wo ndumedi a wo di nti na nani tia biribibia ekoso ewo enunti ene ma eye owura Gavins Abuja wontumi mo yi sa cameras ni na no edi efiri ho na no no owura Muntaka Mubarak edi ababetu eja ochire mu se sansem wo na enche yi eninti wo ye nhihye na nipa bia no ho bebo nsa ensem emu no wodo no begina embra no enim.
It can differ with something that we keep talking to the men and women, that yes, you can act professionally, but you should have at the back of your mind, until someone is proven guilty, the person is innocent. So we need to have it in a human face. His Excellency General Mama, as you know, that's not his style. His preference will be that, yes, we will adhere to the law, we'll make sure that anybody who is committing crime will be brought to book, or we have to do it with a human face. That does not show so much disrespect to the individual. So I can assure you that we'll be working at it to make sure that some of the edges will be fine-tuned. I heard something like that, but I'm yet to confirm because I was on my way here and I was trying to get the national security coordinator. I haven't gotten him, so I can't confirm that. But we'll look at it and look at the magnitude. Then based on the magnitude of the SSA, then we'll know what to do.
Yemfri swafo ono she amanani eye nyoma eso nechese owura eye Muntaka ensema oditu ejana fe yemfa yeni enkonkopie mu asantemante mahinkro kumase ye na enim se na wocha babesen ekone ye fiada no ejedifo ewu edum ejakese no emuno wono amfa na ahogro sokra ni nyina ye niema bi asabi anko yie ama ejabranta ni bi ebeto eye ejakese no emu na niema ahodo bebre no a ehyi ya wono entumi amfa bia ewo emu we enam so amagana mampeni His Excellency Owura John Dramani Mahama ebonnan ekopie mu ewo okire mu se na yade wonu edi djuma ewa santemante mu ha eninti wo bra asantemante mu soafo Dr. Frank Amoakohene eyi na sutire no ena odi tu eja se obesan so aba eninti wo wie meeting na nekunyesie ni wie ya pe ena openido ebepie mu ewo edum eno no eche no ena eya Asante Regional Minister Dr. Frank Amoakohene ono suko pie mu ewo ho na ensem bi echeche aso ewo eye social media na ani nyina ene se wo hu video bia na owura eye Frank Amoakohene etia won a wo dum gya na to se dum gyafo no wo teatia won ni nyina ye kosa bia okobisa ye ena okofa sa intiri wanhye we nyina ede ba ye okobisa se ensuo ewo eye pompes no emu a wobetumi edi edum eja no na ade a impenifo yi wona no se eye nokre ebi bom nanso no wobra obi betene mu a wode pomp ne nso bi anim eno ene ko kenye opani no ebufuo ama ne yi ne ho kakra nkofo ato apetin social media kire mu se ade opani no ye no enche yi kra
What is that? You should move the car. They should give them query. So why are you people deceiving us? There's no water. There's no water in that water. Let's go and get water. We've been here for so why is it parking there? Police for the Nabara. So we let's go. Use the car on fire. This person where you go, my friend police. Oh, my friend. Tell this man to move the car. Oh, John is hiding. Nani pano sacrifice here is Juma.
Aswejnemu ewasa ensamno emu. Na eya adia ora Alex Ken Nate ono eye PRO net as a public relation officer at the Ghana National Fire Service openino atubi ede amona asante mante muswafo Dr. Frank Amwakohene ni nyina elese ekamia yese openino ko hu camera no hu ni obeye nti na oyesa na ode petrend eno nam sumo openino tam eye video disinenim kan no obeka bia say na ekoso.
Is not by shouting or by creating public spectacle. This is a minister who is well informed of our challenges as a service. Even as at Safe March, when our officers had engaged him with the cleaning exercise, he had even assured our officers that he would have even helped with fixing our fire tender at our metro station. The promise has not been fulfilled yet. That's aside. Let me explain what happened. So when, just like Kantamantu, we didn't have this kind of scene at Kantamantu, yet we're able to extinguish the fire. Shouting does not fight fires or extinguish fires. So when we have a fire situation like that, where we have multiple fire tenders in attendance, the first tender that attends the scene is called the base pump. The base pump is supposed, no matter what, is supposed to stay put at the fire station. This is a situation we had about 6 fire tenders on scene. All the other 5 fire tenders were out trying to replenish and come back. The base pump has to be per our standard operation procedure. The base pump would have to be packed at the fire station, at the fire scene. We can't leave the fire scene naked without any fire tender. So per our standard operating procedures, the tender would have to be there so that when the fire tenders that are going to replenish come, then they feed the base pump with water. This is something we could have easily spoken to our officers without having to put a camera and create a spectacle and demoralize the efforts of our officers. His Excellency the President came, he acknowledged the hard work of our firefighters and thanked us. Where is the thank you from them? One of our officers has fallen from the building and it's at the hospital right now. He would have to use his own pocket money to foot his bills and later go for refund. What about a simple thank you? Rather than wanting to put a camera on you to demoralize officers who've inhaled different toxic materials for 24 hours. It is not the best. We fought the fire at Kantamantu. Nobody was shouting at us. We worked. So what was the essence of shouting just to create an impression for social media? That was very uncalled for and very unfortunate. I can't tell if he was informed, but you see, he could have asked it in a different way rather than creating a spectacle, which would make a mockery out of the efforts that we are making. He could have easily asked without having to create a scene and telling us to move our fire tender away.
Jina ora Alex Ken Nate ensama oditu ejano na fe no yenda ne ye hombra tiawa ensam ne ye ba edum nsam no ebesanso atiaso.
Praise God. Erade Shira Onyel Kese Apam Global Outreach Asafo Nyamenipa Evangelist Papani Edano Eton Safro Abayempa Bokesea Yawa de biomu boabo Nyankopon mane ahotefo ano ede omu chine nyame tumi ne mu hyere mu bompaye tua onbone breki nome ji nipa fro bone fo nhyehyeye mu bubu enome ade ahokyere eka ne nimguase ebe nipa so esum nipa ede tun hyere ma nyame favor ebe nipa so ntiba bia wo bia yawada weni yawada be bia wo yeton safro se bomoden ne bra apam fie Fordjour rescue junction bra sampa bokese be woni wabusua na wadofo mfa mo ho behyem yemmɔ mpaye yensu fra urade yemmɔ mpaye mfa yadwuma sem yesika sem ya pom de yenkwa ho na niema ye de obonefo agie free yensa no urade tumi ne na hoɔden na base mu yɛden no engie ye nioma pa emfa ma yen yebeye nhira ye aso aba tompon ade ahye Nyankopon animunyam me pacha ye wo Fordjour rescue junction empaibo no hyase ye wada no pa 7 o'clock by 11:30 no ye de empaibo no nyina aba na wie ye pacha obefa Fordjour ka wala pass washiman odoko kaneshi and ofanko barrier osumesi ewo Fordjour rescue junction for 0249 669993 and 0540 378282. Yɛhwɛ w'anim sɛ yawade ɛne yawade bia wode wo nan bɛsi apam fie ne yɛabɔ mpaeɛ na Awurade tumi akasa ɛde ama yɛ ɛnsi wo.
Okay, ho ama ye ho me kase de so ba tia wa ye tia ensabno eswane da so gine mu asante mantema hinko kumase na che se edum ejabranta ne to honom eno an ye guso amebe ensabno ede amaw ensam asante mantemu so afo eho ekobrebre mu no eno enam so ama eye ora ales kenati enso kire na dwen ewo sa ensabno eho ono akwakoye Ghana National Fire Service de na che se osanka ensabno ode oto ne bo na anka odenioma egugu na kwanso esanse ejuma ni bia na aban ejuma ni bia ena oye eno no enam suma santimante musoafo so amfa asem no ahomgro so kra eninti no Dr. Frank Amoakohene enso atubi edi amane owura Alex Kenate a ono ewo Ghana National Fire Service no emu ochedemu se debra na nko okura no na wosanka osomu kuche na odi edi juma na nko obosa eye dibre no eho ban sense obegina na waka eye ensem bi asabi emfata eho esanse ono de no onim se na juma ena na oyese asante mante musoafo na sania nyoma sikoye ewa asante mante mu no na eni enya wo hye na ejedifo no wono echa ajoajoa no a na ensem fata se obefa niema no aye fedi agoro enunti ena obisa na anu ya ya de man no so eno ena ogiremu edikasa ensem no emu eninti Dr. Frank Amoakohene say han nani enka dia na che say owura Alex na che say eya dia yet say amanyoni na che say okasa te say amanyoni nya dia okasa te say ejumayeni say oye aban ejuma eninti ono so etro sa ensem no ede ama openi ni say ni ono so eyeye no enche yie kra wasansam no a emu ena eye Ghana National Fire Service openino metre ora Alex Kenate ono so de chawpa aba ede afasa ensabdo eho ende dia santimante mu ha eno broni bekati ye blazing in life ewo ho enti ensam a openino ede atunin edwanyina ene se ono no de no office na ora Frank Amoakohene eye no na sabi no ohuni se na nko ohu camera de enti na nko ye de age likes ana ode je trend ewo eye social media handles no eso na no openino ede nkrata epiem bonten ensam a ode atu edwanyina ede se eye asantimante musoafo Dr. Frank Amoakohene emfa enche ne yie pa esanse ne oyeye no enche yie kra
Okay, telling me the truth. That is it. In the system, it's in California mansion.
So someone claim to mom clear.
Umfa estimate and about come can who have. Estimate. What the much into them be very poor. Mama back down. Na mon clear road. Na fire for no na bibia and throw bia mo ka bi don wa. Excuses no do so. Mama back here you. For all this one. Is here na some go who say bia mo ye aduma na. I send an show the money. I'm a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's not a drip. Not more. Mr. Friend, no matter clear my head. I'll cry your face now. How do you will be back? And the money will go. I am not coming. Don't give me false assurances. Chief, Chief, you should move because if there's no water, you buy a water. Which minister is here? What is he should move the car. Give them query. So why are you people deceiving us? There's no water. There's no water in that water. And go and get water. We've been here for so why is it back in there? Police for the number. So
just a Ghana Fire Service there. The more months is under. There is no time my ija ato baby.
Chegu ye wobra na Dr. Frank Amwako hina santemante muswafo na o instruct firefighters no sanka wobetbi aye won adwuma yi na nka aboa amasene atwanchema eto ye edum adwa kase no obetumi ape ano pomesbre enu no etwe no na santemante muswafo eni ejodifo asabi wo kan ye ewo saa eye eja hyehye no emu mekire twanchema eto ejodifo eye sotos ahodro a ahye no okohia won na afi woni mpedifo si nkunja no wo hwe kwan ahodro bia wode ye betutu ye na emua aban no ebetumi de aboa wo no wosanso editu eja Brenwa ena abobo ede afa eye edum eya kwansie a eba ye eno no enam so ama eye nsemtwofo ahodo bebrenwa bonan ekopie mu wo ni ejadifo no etwe eye enkomo na obi be say eye update aba na update efiri ho eba ni nyina no ya de credit no ebema UTV won ena wotumi bonan kopie mu ewowa ensam a nsemtwoni no ene eye ejadifo no won wa woniema ahye no woditwe enkomo no sei ena wiye
aha ene jano etimi edi edwadifo ni nyapa na esia no asema aba beto dwa nyina no ne edwadifo no womo ehawo ene se womo niama na hye asesia womo hu ebi ni wo kra na womo hwi ni wo chaze ne last ene ode kofa niama ena onka bi nhyem ene jano ehye na se ne ya na enim se enka ejano ejato ba bi mu se ya ka de be che no ebi abe 24 hours so mutimi eyi niama ne firi wa na cheze nka obi asa abobo na pattern eno ena akwakoye asem regional minister Dr. Amwako hine ene regional coordinating council eno a woni edwadifo no mpanyimfo no ehyiae na ne aba betodwa no se eja na eto hanom no wo hwa ne nti a etimi ema eja na etimi se amanfo ne ema pa titiri yese na Ghana National Fire Service for no munya ekwan a ometima fam ntentem atimade wo mu ensuo no akwakogu eja no so efise ekwan bie ni ha no sa wo hwe bebia ya bebe gina sisi aya sene ha sitie eja itwi a ya niam ni guwa no uwurema drug kra edin se drug betimi aye den enya kwan afa eye nipa human movement ena edem na se can't mean femuno and no and a regional minister and penny for say pepre na ho ananse on kanchiro omo say omo pepre omo no omunkosi
ejinemu ewo eye edum eja hihye ya ekoso ewo ehodo na yedim sesi eye efiada na ese na watcha babesen eko efiada memene da kwesiada ende ejoada no ejodifo no bonan ekopie mu ewo ho na eya sefem yenhwe senia esifa koye
gadifo ni bi wa me pesa me no metwetwe nkom sewa
e fa che meton mpaboa ni nyina ahye kokwaso ye ton kambu ankasa ni nyina pata ye ma ni nyina ahye
oti ne sen ye ba na sen dia na oti free fiara be pem samre
yeah, that case in San Pano, Pami, Sol Crajana, as a phone, of course, no crash, or so we friend away from me, 5 me picking Najas. Jata bear phone. And to me, be 7:15 and be Najas. Yan Papa for me, no wash, cry, will be unfashy, tie started to to mu aba ya ba nti wo mo sie ni de bi ni mutimi tra ma ye kra ye sa abo bi ko mi kwa mo nkofo bebro mu wo sa despite ile ahonom de ni gya ni nyanu a me no mo ye fa me ja me de bebo ko sa na me de ni de me hu ni sa ye leti me tie se me bo me nyante ye bebo mo mo nyini so yi mo de ba still gya no timi adrahye tie kira de
wo de oni bubu a wankasa o sika sena ahwere wo
mi ankasa no mo Timberland no board the Timberland no kwa ba ko ye 550 no krampo no be 40 ni nyina ahye kambu ni de aye mama me sa chechiri bi me no ma ba man de no ntini ma chim bi sei bi anti ni nyina ahye ti de ma ahye minti min kan de ase no ma no wo mu aja bi e kokwa so benti no no ma hye it's kind of does me hu de wa me si aka no oh na se Timberland na se customer me kai do do e wo mu ndan ante sa kambu ni kwa de minimum ano ye buku ye bi bia ahye ntaze ise ane de atri me di mani buku e bia betime dure bia be 1.2 bia be 1.1
be 100 and something thousand Ghana nkwa wo de no
me nkwa me de
na tiawa sesia bam mo dwendwene niam na de ahye se die nti na sesia mo wa ha no mate se mo pese mo sim pese mo ye die na mate
na ye kwa original minister honom to be frank wakasa kama no kra de ba kope de o chense on de e ka onu na yi ni kwa na de o si ne kasa ne de ko no kwa de ne nka ha no kaye onu nu si ba de asem o ka chense woni o de man na anse kwai ebedem na ni sie ni de o se wontimi hwe ma ye mrante bebrebe obia e mo asesante no o se beti ba se asem ni tini nyina o se ye nko wie otumfo ahemfo mo hwe eye komase so ntino o se otumfo so atukwanti afi na mpanifo no ba ne yawe se bia o se asem nyina na asafo hene ti afi ne ye ba konti on de nyanti de besi no regional minister de to be frank on de ka on nko ja ne kasem ni de na chese oni ye di ni ye pa
bibi aba bedi ene beye den ena enam we ayarewo 7 a esi ewa santemante mu ahenkro kumase eye amemenefi ye papa se ujetire nyina na ebi muso akwakofa niema wo twense juada ebeso na wano akwakobie wonso to aton ade nya bibi kakra edi egu wombotom na sa aturancham kase yi atu won ye mo hyeden papa emu oya nenso obeye ne den ye begina sare wo semi eso na ye de ye kase no don shode ba ko a meti nkunja kenkan kase di nyina no medi esi na emo no Apam Global Church no ana asafo no na asini na eko edi amansa asafo na tayechi na dani de nyina utumi ati yenka wo fiefie mu ana abefo ntentan fidie no eso sanya medi nkan kan ye no yawade bia empa bokase ekoso wo fidie mu ha eni ntini sanya nda akwakoye ejuade Tuesday Wednesday Thursday nyankopon de chen ya de empa bokase ebekoso wo fidie mu ha eni ntimi so na de account dada setan no eho wo kiro to wa ebeboa papa yie eni nti wuni mo bia sabi nipa no ebre nipa no etimpen kopan yie na anamoni abrabo a obon wo shas de bia no zelo ena ogina ontumi nkonanim ohusa abrabo ne pa na obo ne nso no niama ententam sane opena Apam Global Church asafo no ena mekanfo ede amawo saso ena memini de enima ebe obode amba no de cheyen communion service ebekoso ewo fiduebu ha sane adane de ne fe kunja kesie ne yetena so ne ye kasa ye kanu baby dana sabi ye kan obaji hu echindie na wo ye obi so ye chindi funi pa dia metwa wo kwan ana mesra wo se memini da wei wo de wankasa bekasa me ye de ama me ankasa me ba na wa hye se baby a wo ko ye ne baby a wa ba no nsonso no ye endemu a enu ntina de bia mpanifo ka se osuo nsuo na wosoa ensa na hom niemu oduru ebia na mienu ni na wasoa nti wunni didie bia ebio mesrawo Apam Global Church na mede mensa besemebo na makamfo ede amam Sochim Rescue Point and Sochim Rescue Junction and at na kase do ebutu besra so bafra homa mede ba betu ejei na woni mpanimfo atwetwe enkomo ewo so 0249